Pastor here again. Welcome to part 2. The lure of Christianity is that it offers such an easy way out of the hell that Christians believe in. All you have to do is believe. There's no rituals you have to go through, except in some denominations they require baptism. There's no good deeds to perform. A popular Christian bumper sticker sums it up pretty well. It says, "Christians aren't perfect, just forgiven." But a lot of Christians that have done a lot of bad things in their life, and they say they're bound for heaven, and yet they can point at non-believers who've not done anywhere near the bad things that these Christians have done. These Christians will say those people are hell-bound, and they believe that in their heart. They show people their heart. I watched a video earlier today. Two preachers got together and they're explaining hell. These guys were like the guards at a Nazi concentration camp. Scary people. If these people had the power and were placed in power in the world would be a terrible place. And that's happened in our past. And the way Christians talk today, if they had their way, it would happen again. You'd say, well, God's going to do it anyway. He'd burn people at the stake. He'd torture people into confession. The utter horrific nature of hell provides a very compelling reason for these Christians to convert to Christianity. They say there's nothing that they would not do to escape the fate of hell. And they try to make other people accept these same things so that they can escape hell. To me, it makes Christianity one of the most evil things that's ever came along, this teaching of hell. If you look at these Christians today, you start to begin why these Christian monks so long ago bashed these babies' heads against the rocks so that they could go to heaven. Today, hell provides the ultimate motive to become a Christian. Forget the love of God, or the love of your fellow man, or the morality to do right. You've got to avoid that hell. And that's what most Christians are doing. They're claiming this Christianity to avoid hell, a place that doesn't even exist. They've made their own religion. The way I see it, the hell is the strongest case against Christianity. It's nothing less than the most sadistic torture ever devised. Here in America, if you run a red light, there's probably a small fine. It's not even imprisonment. If you're caught robbing a place, there's short imprisonment. If you kill somebody, you may get the death penalty, you may get life in prison or 20 years plus, something like that. But according to Christians, if you do none of these things, you just happen to be a Hindu or Muslim or Buddhist or any other religion other than Christianity, you're bound for an eternal torture chamber. When I read my Bible, I don't see talk of this eternal torture chamber. I see a destruction that was coming on the nation of Israel in the first century. And, you have to ask, under what biblical authority did the writers of the Bibles today change words that meant grave or Gehenna, a dump outside the city? What biblical authority did they have to change that into a word that denotes a place of eternal torment in the afterlife? Jesus didn't teach it. Inspired writers of the Bible did not teach it. The apostles, the disciples did not teach it. I can see how people can believe it. And I see that people want to believe this. And as I said earlier, it shows your heart. I've said many times, if I was broke down on the side of the road and there's a number of cars come by and somebody stopped to help me, I would surely hope it would be an atheist. Because a Christian, he found out what I believed. He may not harm me, but he would tell me of a fate coming upon me, even though I am a believer, because I don't believe in their hell. Whereas the atheist would kindly help me, do everything he could to get me safely on my way. That's the world we live in today. That's the Christians we face. And you don't see it. You see it as, oh man, these are good people. How can they be good people if in their heart they can smile and tell you that the majority of people living today and that have ever lived, they're including their own family members, their own friends, possible spouses, children, brothers and sisters, neighbors. They can tell you these people will burn for eternity in a torture chamber and think that that is fair. Peace, love, justice, understanding, and music.